ideas and the plans are definitely there. They just haven't been able to get those points on the board. And for DogChamp, every win that they can take will solidify their position in staying in the division. And now with the whole situation of TSM losing 2 series as a whole, opens up an avenue for almost any team to be a contender. I believe this might sound very, I would say, I don't know why I'm thinking of the word cocky, because it's definitely not the word I want to use here, but it's a huge motivational boost for every single team that has a lot of games to play here at the halfway mark of week 2, that they could be a major contender, because Nouns was able to do the I won't say unthinkable, but the mission impossible up till now. So everybody is like, every single series matters now.
For sure, and for a lot of these teams, it's maybe they don't have dreams of going to a major, such like the Nouns, TSM, and Rebellion to talk about, but a lot of these teams have dreams of staying in the Division 1. They don't want to go back to the Division 2 and go through that grind again. I think especially DogChamp, I think this is a team that doesn't want to go... First of all, they don't want to go back to Division 2, but I think they want to have a good placing in Division 1. Not just scrape by.
Already finding out one 3-way tiebreaker last tour. It wasn't for elimination, or was it? I don't remember which tiebreaker I'm going on about, because we had 2 different types of tiebreakers. I'm gonna double check that right now, because we had the... Okay, it was 4th to 6th. Yeah, because 5 random wild card were just knocked out right away. So they got to stay in. You got to play for a bit of an extra push in prize pool, and of course, you know, one of the teams was giving away some DPC points. Obviously, they don't matter a lot. It just means if you have 1 more point than the rest of the best, you've got that regional qualifier spot basically just locked in, because they will take those DPC points into account. You got a better seeding. That's pretty much it is.
Yeah. Bloody Nine really punishing Satoshi here. Even throws a blood grenade at the end. How long? I mean, it takes me a long time. I've been playing Dota forever, but seeing Mag is not a strength hero is such a weird concept. It's like one of the bulkiest, tankiest guys in the game, and he's just not a strength hero anymore. Same as Timbersaw, I guess.
I mean, most strength carries are always considered big HP pool, frontline tanks. Has Magnus ever really felt like an actual frontline tank? I feel like he's just been, you know, like this initiator.
What about Timber then?
With a lot of spells.
And the lane
Timbersaw is another one, yeah.
So this is what I was worried about with the Clinks when they picked it into the Terrorblade. I feel like it doesn't have any defenses against him when there's right clicks. Clinks is a very vulnerable hero. And you've got 15 armor under the tower here as a Terrorblade, so you're not even harassing him that hard as well. Get out of position once and you might just die. The reason I was mentioning that is because the bottom lane is a very interesting dynamic. Before this Magnus, if he was playing versus a Timbersaw and an Undying, he would just want to leave the game. But now that he's a universal hero, this is far less worse for him.
And also the importance for Alpha is that they swapped around the supports, getting the CM into the safe lane instead. You've got this good nuke versus the Clinks. I think that's what you really wanted. I don't think the Undying would have really ever done the trick to help out this this Terrorblade. Talked about the Tombstone slow with the reflection. I think it's very far-fetched to actually catch somebody, so making CM5 and Undying as a 4 is a good idea. Bloody 9, maybe a second kill for Alpha going their way. Yes, sir. Braxy's going to be picking up Bloody 9.
You get level 3 now on Timbersaw, which is going to be a little more survivability. And once this Timber can be left alone, sure, Undying isn't the best hero to run across the map and get kills, but he could just take the gate and sit in his safe lane and punish this Doom and Clinks even further, while I don't think Satoshi is going to need much help once he does get up to that ring of health, potentially a Vanguard, if that is what his choice is going to be. It looks like he's going a more traditional route, going in for the Wand plus the Bracer.
Trying to make this Magnus feel squishy as well with that constant decay spam, and that is indeed the 2 points in decay. So Magnus not only just losing HP of his, not only losing max HP, also losing HP as a as a consequence of that. So I do like the 2 points instead of just, skipping Soul Rip. I think Timbersaw is a big reason why Braxy's allowed to just forget about Soul Rip at level 3 and just have that max poke.
Yeah, for sure. He's probably going to max it. For the most part, Undyings have been maxing this Decay for a long time now. It's actually a farming spell, too, later on in the game. You can kill a wave with, like, 2 Decays once you get the talent available.
Yeah, that's the stuff I talked with Celery. Once the Undying was buffed with the Decay, that was a very long time ago. But I remember just discussing with him, like, you can make this hero work as a pretty damn good pos 5 farmer. Like, Undying was never able to farm properly, but with Decay, it actually made the hero so much better in terms of scaling, getting to items closer. Isn't just a guy who follows you around and fights and hoping that you guys are going to be getting a kill with the Tombstone slow, while they will be taking down the Clinks with another Metamorph used by the TB. Frostbite, Crystal Nova, everything used for the kill, but it's worth it.
And the aggressive tip here against Moose.
Yeah.
Really trying to get in his head here. Yeah, for sure. And I think we're starting to see the weaknesses of this Clinks pick. I was wondering what his plan was with this pick, and it kind of seems like there may have been a better hero. Let's just put it that way. There may have been a better pick.
Moves, but it doesn't seem like it's working out.
It does not. It does not indeed. What I like to call those is when someone picks something that I don't think is good and it works, is a pleasant surprise. But this has not been a pleasant surprise.
A very pleasant surprise. Oh, dandy. TB getting chased here by Speed. No points in Infernal Blade, but the Chain Lightnings and the slows. This TB is in huge trouble. Speed still following all the way under the tower, but just enough interruption from the Crystal Nova with Bloody Tokaya stepping in. I'm so used to seeing Bloody 9 playing Crystal Main. I was like, yeah, no, that's the wrong guy.
Bloody 9, huh? All right, I'll just call him Ike's
playing the
Mike
other Frost hero.
It's Ike's Mike. That's who I'm used to seeing play Crystal Maiden.
Oh.
Tokaya is in slight trouble. The courier might see him, but no, he will get out of dodge here and go right back to his laning stage. We didn't talk about the mid lane yet. How are these guys doing?
Well, the mid's
Steel
now
making a
bottom.
rotation.
Steel finding the Lich at first. Satoshi to follow up. Brax is also going to be around DNM. There's not much that he can do here, but they also get the rotation for Red 2, and he takes down the puck. He will find himself a kill, maybe a secondary. Yes, he will. Braxty also cut down on the spot with that DD. Can he even get this Timber? Saw this is very optimistic. So close to getting it to 4 stick charges. Another Timber chain available, trying to get the Remnant to connect, but he's already at a safe distance. So the rotation, or the counter rotation in this case, coming up for the Void Spirit pays off. And he's going to get a bottle refill from Bloody 9.
That was close. I actually think he would have killed him with that Remnant there. It was a level 3 Aether Remnant. Just around that threshold to kill Timber there. So quickly getting that Timber chain off does bring him to safety. And this build that Satoshi is going for, it's pure aggression. He doesn't have a single point in reactive armor. 2 points in the Whirling Death. 3 points in the Timber Chain. He is one squishy man, but he dishes out the damage as he does go to the top lane now.
Yeah, big fight about to break loose as well. Frostbite just in cast range to catch the Doom from Speed, but the turnaround with the Clinks right-click damage, he gets it before the deny comes out from Satoshi. And Moose, he's going to be falling as well. In a matter of moments here. One more Timber chain. Does it juke it out? Nope. No chance.
That's not indeed.
My boy.
My boy. Yeah, that's what I was going for there. But unfortunately, he does go down. They end up dropping the Doom there. Surprisingly enough, I think you're okay with that. If you are the Terrorblade. Because now that's on cooldown for a long time. So he can just go back to the lane and chill out. But it's still like around a 1k/2k gold lead from DogChamp, and that's purely based off of the laning stage.
Yeah, and that's just instant 2 kills also happening as Doom wants to go back to top. Is like, oh, my Lich is dead, and now DNM also gets a solo kill for Braxy plus the Tombstone. So Magnus just got a big buffer to his net worth. And if you look at net worth, I mean, CS and the playmaking was looking pretty good for Alpha in the very start, the 2, 3, 4 minutes, but it's a 2k lead for DogChamp.
They're getting the
away with
kills,
this.
but they're not getting the creeps. And that big engagement on the bot lane where Red 2 almost got a triple kill was pretty big on top of him just straight up. I talk about the skill gap sometimes amongst these teams. Red 2 just outplaying Steel in the mid lane. Getting a sizable lead here for his Void Spirit.
This is pretty big because in terms of how quickly these heroes get online, especially this Void Spirit, always been a bit of a needs a lot of experience to snowball. He's in a good position. That DD already giving himself a double kill.
Oh, Moose might get sundered, dude.
Moose is actually going to get caught. Takaya got that freezing field. It's going to get interrupted at the last moments. Red 2 will just snatch that killing spree away from him. So Void Spirit is actually happier with this trade than the Crystal Maiden actually killing the Clinks. Evie also forced away with that chain lightning. Has to go for the Sunder play on Braxy.
Oh, the defensive Sunder. Braxy, good luck,
They
my
smell
friend.
blood. Satoshi's going to be around. Nice burst coming out onto Red 2 and speed. And they still got Blessed Kid chilling around with that TB. They're going to be taking some big hits here. Bloody 9 down. Satoshi able to get himself a kill here. Can he find Red 2 on time? Chakram. Not going to be enough damage at level 1. So that's going to be an escape for the Void.
Overall, not bad. They're clawing their way back into this. Alpha putting up a good fight so far. They have a good chance in this game if they continue to play at this pace. The Terrorblade free farming entirely here. It's going to be a great hero throughout this game. We're going to need to see Steel at some point make more of an impact in this game. He does have the bottle with Arcane Runet, going for that Witchblade. Hopefully he will have that soon and can make some plays happen on the map. I think more importantly, finding kills on this Magnus or the Void Spirit will be ideal. Right, hell, killing anyone at this point, any of these cores, they're all fat. The Doom is really farmed too.
Yep, everybody's getting a lot of farm on the side of DogChamp, so if Alpha can find a kill, it would be big. This Magnus has been, free farming pretty much this whole time. He got himself 2 assists in the laning stage, got himself a kill off of the Undying, and the Tubestone on top, and this guy's almost got 100 CS. That's almost double compared to the Terrorblade, even though TV is only a short margin behind this Magnus in total net worth.
And they got to play fast too, because if you look at Satoshi's build yet again, he's not got any point in armor. He's not going to be that big tank that sits in the front, walks from tower to tower and takes it down. He wants blood. He wants to find kills, and he needs to find kills with this build too, as he's all damage, no survivability.
And he's also going for the Kai Assange pretty early on here with his mana boots already picked up with the Soul Ring and 1 bracer. He's definitely wanting to keep up that aggression,
we got
but
2
he
heroes.
can't just be himself alone. Got the coil connected onto Bloody 9's Lich. He just hit level 6. Does he get the ulti off? It's just going to keep them at bay. Not a lot of connections here. Takaya finds the end and cancels the TP as well. Freezing field coming in, but the RP used to cancel it out. Catches Crystal Maiden from a very long distance too. Steel was tempted to go find that Magnus, but he's already under the safety of his tower. Metamorph up in 10. Red 2 and Moose are pinging the TP. Do you have any backup to help them out here? Undying, gonna get caught by the Remnant. But he's a very bulky boy. That's a 17. That's a 2k HP Undying, by the way.
Yeah, he's got 24 decay stacks right now, getting decay after decay there. No points in heal quite yet, but that should be fine.
What rotten luck to have that much decay.
Rotten luck, indeed, indeed. Nice try there by Bloody 9, but not going to work out. So I think if you're DogChamp, you're just going to pretty content slowing this game down. Magnus, really big flash farmer. Doom, same thing. You got Devour. You're farming pretty quickly. Red 2 would like to find some kills if possible, but I wouldn't do anything too crazy or desperate to go find them. Just get the easy objectives, take the towers, maybe go for Braxy there in that situation. I agree with that choice. Bring him down. I think this is a bit too cocky here for Braxy.
Yeah, he's got 1k HP less than last time. But Satoshi is coming in for the aggression. They cannot find the Undying. They're just waltzing around in circles. 2-man coil coming out from Steel. And they got Bloody 9. They've got Red 2 stuck inside of it. He got the Void Spirit now rooted onto the high ground, and he's trying to fight for it. He's trying to keep his ground. Will be able to take down Braxy. Still rooted up again by Takaya, and he drops another freezing field on top of him. But here comes DNM with that cleave damage. We'll be able to look potentially for a kill. The puck's going the other way around, though. Speed, one more chain lightning. Is it going to do the trick? Not going to be lucky this time. He's going to be able to illusory orb, jaunt back to safety. But a Lich Void for an Undying, and it took them a very long time to take down Braxy, which they didn't even succeed in the first place on the dire side of the river.
Yeah. We have our Witchblade available here, which is nice. This Crystal Maiden's been putting in the work this game. Gets the Shield Rune as well. Maybe that'll come into effect at some point in this game, as rumor is Shield Rune is a permanent buff.
Is it still invulnerability on a CM?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I mean, it's only 500 shield on CMS or max HP. It's only 1,000. Normally, we see this at 1,500 shield on most heroes. But it's better than nothing. It could make the difference in some upcoming engagement here. As I will say, Takaya has been my MVP thus far of this game. A lot of game to be played yet still. But these Freezing Field and Frostbites have really been on point so far.
I agree. This CM has been a big indicator for why things are going the way they are on the side of Alpha. A lot of good turnarounds, heavy amounts of damage being dealt with those freezing fields. Most importantly, they don't have the best lockdown on the team. So if CM gets a good ulti off and slows them down, that allows the TV, the puck, the timber to make more plays. So definitely, they can keep that up. Meanwhile, Braxy just gets hunted down by the DogChamp lineup. Find themselves an easy Undying for themselves, and Moose is also hunting potentially for a TB. He can't solo kill him though, even with a Solar Crest.
Just getting some information, maybe intimidating him a little bit and kicking him out of the jungle. All he can really do for now. But good game awareness by Blessed Kid here, just heading on out of that jungle, going to the safer area to farm. On his way to a Scotty, incredibly farmed. But DogChamp, they're keeping the pace up. The Magnus is still farming really well. Of course, Speed with the Boots of Travel and Octarine Core. Permanently getting that Devour going.
Uh-oh.
Seen this story before. Who found who?
Yeah. Information has been provided to DogChamp. There's 4 heroes here, guys. Do what you do. Spreading around on the map to farm. Speed still trying to work on his Blink Dagger, already Boots of Travel, and the Octarine Core. Top net worth on the map right now. Speed, who has been, we were highlighting him as the guy who is hungry for victories. It's been, I feel like his performances have been getting better tour after tour. So at least one thing is going in his way of experience accumulated in the first division.
Oh, for sure. He's been playing pretty well and been a highlight on most of the teams that he's played on. This team, no exception, as he's very close to getting that Blink Dagger online. Already has the War Stomp preemptively collected here. And now he's going to be able to become an initiator for the team. Which helps quite a lot.
Tier 2 tower. Alpha's going to realize nobody's defending this. They're going to force out the glyph.
It's a 3-man Roshan.
They're trying to do it. They got the Solar Crest. Magnus has got a lot of farm. The Harpoon's already ready. Has the Morbid Mask. And now Speed also joining in on the action. Like, oh, boys, you're doing something here? I want to join in. Bloody 9, however, is going to have to do the bloody job of defending this bloody tower. And that tower is still going to face its inevitable end.
Yeah,
they're coming through the port. They're coming from behind.
They want to get a kill here, and Blessed Kid might run right into this if he doesn't sniff this one out. This is a classic play.
Old Gyrocopter voice line.
Oh yeah, I remember them. The Dota 1 or the Warcraft 3.
They came from
a
behind.
3-man Astral
goes in, and oh, that's a beauty. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh. Annihilation strikes to Gozier Sports. DNM picks up an easy double kill for himself.
And this is where we get to see if what Alpha's made out of. This is the position where you will see a lot of teams that don't have a lot of experience crumble away to this pressure. They're gonna have to find a way to be composed, still farm the map without just relentlessly feeding here.
Talking about feeding, Timbersaw is going to get doomed up by speed. Only 6 reactive armor stacks. Now building slowly up, but it's, however, going to be a bit too much for him to deal with. Abraxi tried to help him out, but almost ends up dying himself as well. Red 2, he's got another Astral Step jump available. Now a 20-second cooldown. That's all he needs. Alpha, they're going to bite the dust. That is a Doom spent, though. But DogChamp finding another big, crucial core kill. And the fight's still not over.
This is what I feared. As you're having such a good game, the other team gets the Aegis, decides they want to play Dota. You're not quite ready for it. You don't know how to rally the troops quite yet. And then the wheels just start falling off here. In Alpha's position, they gotta limit this. You gotta learn how to give up objectives that you can't defend. Because that's just how it is
when your opponent is red too. That tower is going to be dropping. No defense coming up for that. They're trying to push a mid-tier 1 tower as a trade-off, but TP's already coming in. Steel, gotta be careful. Cobalt going in for scouts on info. Good dodge there on the War Stomp coming out from speed. Not a lot of time to think there, but Steel's already out.
Got a haste rune now available for Steel.
Still need to dodge another 2.5 minutes of this Aegis. Does Alpha then just stack up? Do they have any big items coming up? We've got the Manta still in the works for the TV. He's got the Scotty, yeah.
Yeah, he just made the Scotty, so... And his choice is going to be for Sage and Yasha, not even going for the Manta. There's 2 ways of looking at it. Either you go for the Manta and you use it to disjoint abilities, such as Doom, by being really annoying. Every time you raise his hand in the air, you just press Manta. Or you just tank it with Sage and Yasha and it lasts less duration, so... He's going for more of the, I'm just going to tank all the spells. RP will be less duration. Doom will be less duration. The question is...
Is he gonna steal the Wisdom Rune? He's a bit hesitant about going in there. And Satoshi's going to be taking it. 1 back paddle. Cost him the Wisdom Rune that he was about to pick up. The other one's just going to be sitting AFK next to the Tormentor on the Radiant side of the map, as this tier 1 tower is going to be the next target. But Alpha, they look to fight. Let's see what they can get with this. They still have that haste rune up on Puck you mentioned before. Speed, he's in a prime position to pop these smokes. And Alpha can't get there. Coming all the way from behind. Again.
Came from behind.
It worked for DogChamp. Does it work for Alpha? They're going to get the jump onto Speed.
Whoa.
Puck instantly getting controlled there, but the Doom just gets obliterated. He gets nuked down. Bloody Nine throwing down the ult from the Ancient Cap, and he gets a couple bounces back and forth. However, his life is forfeit. Alpha do find success in terms of 2 kills against an Aegis carrying lineup, so good for them.
Yeah, exactly what they need to do. If you can get on top of this Doom before he gets his spells off, ideal situation. For now, the Puck, he's going to run into issues with doing that again when you have your BKB on Doom, which luckily that fight, he was just shy of the gold on the Doom from getting the BKB. So very much needed kill there for Alpha. As his Terrorblade, he can still carry this game. He is scaling quite hard, but meta is going to be down.
Hands coming in. The Harpoon latches from 1,000,000 miles away. And the RP come down as well. The Timbersaw going to be in huge trouble. Timber Chain is available. Okay. Red 2 coming to help out as well. And that Skewer is going to finish him off.
Yeah, Red 2 joins the party here. This is a combination we've been seeing a lot too, is this Void Spirit plus Magnus. A lot of bonus damage given over to the Void Spirit here, who just builds carry items. And Red 2, listen to me. Remember we casted his series last? Yeah. Like, can he just buy a Manta, not a Desolator? He's playing a Universe Hero. Did he get the memo? Well, he's got the memo now. He's going the right item builds, doing the right things, playing with the Magnus especially, bumping up that base damage on top of getting them power, which is percentage based of your base damage increased. You're going to hit like a monster. Who's going to stop this Magnus and this Void Spirit at this point? And how are you even going to kill this Doom now that he has BKB available?
And with all the
gotta be
damage that you
Blessed
have,
Kid.
like, you're a good empower target because you are a melee hero, get even more damage. Might as well just opt the items like the Aghanims, for example. You get that AoE, you get that silence from the Resonant Pulse, get the second charge as well. You get a bit extra
More
buff.
stats.
And more stats. Moose is going to find the enemy, though. Takai on the high ground. The Frostbite comes out. Steel ready to turn it around. Takai is going to be dropping, but Moose is also very low on HP. Will survive for the time being. Big nukes coming in. Moose is still surviving, but Braxy is not, and neither is Satoshi. They cannot kill their heroes, and Steel's just chilling about. TB's like, guys, I needed 10 seconds for Metamorph to be back off cooldown. So that is, it's just a tap-out fight for Alpha.
Yeah,
not
on
ready.
Quite the same page there, as Crystal Maiden also runs the buyback there for that fight. Moose is ready.
Round 2. Steel. Yeah, he's got balls of steel, all right, but it's not going to pay off for anything. That's 2 heroes dead again for DogChamp, and that's a 7k lead that they've built for themselves now. I feel like this game is now getting out of hand. Alpha's just not on the same page.
Not at all, and if the wheels didn't fall off before, they're barely hanging on. Feels like they've almost completely fell off at this point. It's Magnus with the BKB, getting out of control. Speed, we've already seen his net worth just continuously skyrocket. Can't even kill the Clinks at this point, going into a Hex.
And they
He had the
trouble
multiple
killing Moose
charges
last
of
fight.
Death Pack. Yeah, he had 2 charges of Death Pack, so he kept healing through the damage. And without the Terrorblade,
Well, that's balanced.
let's be real, you are not you're not doing any damage.
Not really.
They need Blessed Kid in all these fights going forward here, or they don't have the damage to kill anything.
Also, there's like this, what I like about these TBs from time to time is when to not go Manta and pick up Sanjin Yasha instead, which he has built for himself. I mean, I've played TB like almost 300 games, and sometimes SNY is a better item than Manta. Of course, you get like so much out of the Manta. You have basically a self-dispel. You don't have to worry about the BKBs and stuff that much. It also reduces the time of the Doom, reduces the time of the RP, the Remnant, the Sinister Gaze, all that, and just makes you more buff. But really right now, it's like, no matter what item you have on TB, you need 1 item more. The classic 1 more item syndrome is about to strike because DogChamp's so far ahead. Doesn't matter what you get.
More like
The team on the same line.
he needs some teammates that have his items in their inventory,
That
not
too.
just all
That would
on
help.
his.
That would help. And Alpha, they gotta click. They really gotta click. DogChamp taking the portal to the top half of the map, suspecting Roshan. Did not see Satoshi cast the Timber Chain there, so...
But will they follow them? Here they go.
Portal activated.
But there's a ward right here.
There is, and Satoshi's already popped his Aghanims, charges in, finds DNM, finds speed. Doom's already used up on the Terrorblade. And Satoshi's gonna be in the front, and DNM, oh, what an RP! Look at that, look at him go! Braxy and Blessed Kid to be deleted off of the face of the earth. And the rest of them aren't just in shambles, trying to snipe a Lich, but that ain't gonna work. Can't break through the Pavus. And Takai has to deal with a Moose Clinks at the same time. Satoshi, what can he do here? Not much by the looks of it. They've just basically that one good RP turned it all around, and Alpha gonna pay the ultimate price for it. That also means they won't be able to contest Roshan by the looks of it unless they go again directly after that. Maybe there's a
Bloody
timer
Nine
with
should
RP
just
cooldown.
AFK. Bloody Nine, please just sit in the pit and wait. Oh no. All right, Roche is up. They don't know. Or do they know? Bloody Nine, he's going in.
Oh,
He's gonna take a peek.
hey!
Big rock man is there. Wait, is he rock? I don't even know. He kind of looks like he's made out of rock. Or like scales. Yeah.
I mean,
It's like a dragon.
it's a dragon scale, right? Or something like that.
But his shape is kind of like... What Pokemon is? Graveler? Golem?
Traveler. I mean, honestly, Roshan looks like an oversized kobold.
He looks like a dragon rock. Anyway, regardless, he's going to be getting killed here. The rich get richer. And that's the big problem. Like, Blessed Kid could have 7 item slots right now. But if he gets doomed and RP'd, and his teammates have quite literally no farm to their name, and I'm looking at the puck, I'm looking at the timber, these guys, they don't have any farm. This Aghanims is a very defensive ability, So he went from hyper aggressive into ultra defensive, but he pops it a bit too early in that fight. And I think you're pretty safe to just ignore this Timber as he goes in. Don't attack him when he pops that reactive armor. Let him do his thing. You just need to all in this Terrorblade. That's your only goal here.
Exactly. Like they got to find ways to protect this TV as well in these fights. Like the moment he wants to start hitting, the Magnus and the Doom kind of have to be out of the picture. So how do they keep them at bay? I mean, Crystal Maiden's a pretty good tool for that. Puck's another, but Puck just might end up dying right away. And we'll finish off that Tormentor with DNM and both Bloody Nine almost dying to it. But this TB needs to get in attack range without him being interrupted. Last fight, he took an instant Doom to the face, and he walks to the high ground because they lose vision of their enemies for a moment, and then DNM shows up, and they're like, oh, guys, I got the TB and the RP, and I got someone else here. Let's hammer them down.
Not an ideal situation, but who's going to go in and make that space for him to show up later in the fight is going to be the question.
You got a tanky Satoshi, but, you know, he just has to be at the right place at the right time, right? And you're relying on a lot with that.
Yeah, of course. It just comes back to potentially this Agnum Scepter. Maybe this isn't the right game for it, because he's no longer a threat. You can just ignore him. He needs to be in contention of getting doomed. He needs to tank some spells. Now going for the Lotus. They're really going all in on this TV play, but I don't know if this is going to be the correct route. They are down 16k, so no matter what they do, this is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least. So maybe getting that gold on the Timber at this stage of the game is just a mere dream, as he is just going to get a little bit of gold at a time. Maybe hoping to win a couple of these next couple skirmishes that may be happening as they are going to the high ground with the Aegis.
With DogChamp, they're tightening the noose around Alpha. They don't have a lot of moves left to make, and they're going to have to face the inevitable, which is the 5v5 versus DogChamp, because right now they are going to be taking this objective after objective. Sooner or later, you're going to have to face them. You face against the Aegis, and you hold it out somehow. It's going to be the big question. And I'm already hunting with the Harpoon. Nobody to be found.
Void Spirit, 3,000 health, 1,500 shield rune on him.
Balanced.
Very nice. With a cheese available.
Effective HP is around 6-7k. They find the Timber Saw to start off that fight, Satoshi, but this is pretty okay for the TV.
Doomed him again.
Damage here. Doomed up, though, but doesn't mind a lot about it, and they push the TV illusion down to the low ground, so a bit unlucky there, but Alpha, I think they just dodged a big bullet there.
Yeah, for sure. That's a almost best case scenario for Alpha. Sure, they lost their tier 3, but they just wasted Doom there. You got Metamorphosis for a bit longer here. They're going to smoke out. I like this play. Coil not available, but...
Oh, but Blessed Kit's in the front. DNM. Oh, he actually breaks his blink. He's going to lose his Aegis here. DNM, he's in trouble. Is there any backup coming out except for the Frost Shield? That's going to soak up the majority of the damage, but Satoshi's going to snipe him down, and Alpha's trying to charge there as soon as possible, right next to DNM, but he blinks away. And Alpha, they're left empty-handed out of this. They get the Aegis, yes, but they wanted more. They needed more out of that. That was their best opportunity. Now there's a DD room waiting to be picked up for DNM.
On the positive side, it could have gone much worse. They could have potentially got team wiped and just lost the game there. So the game still rages on. Of course, they wanted to get a lot more out of that. But with Metamorphosis being down for another 75 seconds, you're not doing too much. It's going to have to be the Blessed Kid show. You're not making these small micro plays across the map without your Terrorblade. It's all going to be about, can TB hit targets or can he not? Doom will be up the next engagement here. And we'll see if they can somehow repeat that sequence of events where they can bait out the Doom and disengage and go back in shortly after. And Scythe Device is on moves. Can he solo kill?
Overwhelming amount of damage with this Magnus.
Oh, they might cancel TP.
Can he?
Nope.
Oh, takes the long route.
Got juked.
The easiest path is not always the shortest one, but in this case, it would have.
Very wise man. As Moose now being an assassin hunting these heroes. If he gets vision on him, he's just going to stalk him. Terrorblade is not a hero, as you see instant TP coming out from the Doom here. Bless Kid. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Uh-oh.
Might be tanky, but what do you do against these two? Look at how much damage the Clinks in itself is just doing to this Terrorblade. Crazy amounts of damage.
And then
Kid goes down. Oh, they caught Steel as well. And Braxy and CM. Okay.
Somehow it's a team wipe almost. Alrighty. That escalated quickly.
That escalated quickly indeed. Like, okay, they got a TB kill. They can push high ground. Oh, wait, 3 other people just died at the same time. That's a lottery victory for DogChamp.
Just click on red 2. Look at this. He has 250 plus 250 without Empower.
Best DD, yeah.
With DD. Empower the man. Look at this man's damage.
338 for a moment there.
Yeah. Plus 338 there.
There goes Satoshi. Okay, now it's technically a team wipe. It's just coming apart for Alpha.
I'm not sure what Undying was doing there, but I think he just gave up. Thinking he could throw in a Decay there and maybe defend his barracks, but reality, that's a dieback. And that's pretty much your base at this point, as CM will go down as well.
In your base, but not as
Moose
base.
tips him back. Remember that early game tip?
Yep,
when they were feeding off Moose? Moose is mad.
Returned.
He remembered that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Takaya decides to return the tip back, but that's not how it works.
He's just holding with his resolve here.
Yeah, that's it. That's going to finalize the game. Steel's going to be the last man standing, basically, here. He's got his blink available, but that also gets broken as he comes out preemptively from that phase shift, and that is Alpha completely gone. And 35 minutes, they tap out. There wasn't much to salvage out of this game. I mean, this was a DogChamp show for sure, but Alpha had some good indicators this game. It was looking a lot better than the most games that they played so far in this tour, but still, it's just not a...